Okay, I'm just approaching the Lagan towpath. This is I think they call it Lagan Meadows Park. I'm not sure, but it's like Beaver Park direction area. Hi. And it's a great day. There's a chance of rain, and I'm on my way to Oxford Island. This is like really the first kilometer of it. So this is like my first kilometer of it, and I can't get over how beautiful it is. Great. Hello.
Alright, how's it going?
Good. Hopefully, like there will be some roads I'll have to cycle on, and hopefully they won't be too busy. I wish it could always be just like this. So I try to avoid plastic, and these like safety glasses are plastic, and they're actually kind of like foggy. Like I've tried cleaning them, but there's some fog in them, and I don't like really wearing them. But there's so many like bugs and things flying through the air at me, so they're kind of necessary. But like, look how beautiful it is. Hi. All right. Hi. If I had enough like on my card, my SD card, I'd want to like film the whole journey, but you know, how often am I going to watch it all? So I should just be in the moment and take as much of it in as I can.
They've got hand sanitizers there.
People talking about hand sanitizer. So Lady Dixon Park's over that way, and this is the path to Lisburn, and it's another 6.2 k. I remember like cycling this trail with Mr. Yomada from Japan, and I haven't heard from him in ages, and I hope he's well. Hilden Mill. Or I should say what's left of it. I remember being here with my friend John, and we climbed over a fence to get inside, and we explored and took some photos. It used to be a, I think it's called Barbour Thread Mill. Alright, hi. Looks like strawberry fields. Here's where I'm stopping to have some food that I made, some rice curry and kale and other veg. And This is Lisburn. That's the Lisburn town centre or whatever it's called in behind me. And I think I'll stop for about 15 and then carry on to Ballinderry. So I just passed Sally and Clifford's house, and they live at the Glebe House. But check this out. This is called Brookhill House, or the entrance to it anyways. And this is the Ballinderry Road. I think I might be like in Upper Ballinderry now. But this is where the writer Forrest Reid would come to visit on his summer holidays, and he would stay at the Glebe House. And over a year ago I went to visit the Glebe House, and Sally, she welcomed me into her home and fed me tea and scones with jam, and it was really nice. I got to see the drawing room that Reid wrote about, and I know he talks about this cat named Zuzu, and there's like this Spanish lady who like lives in a cottage down the road, and there's like cricket and more. But Sally invited me to come spend a weekend there sometime, and it's something I'm looking forward to. I wish I could have arranged. Oh, I like this gate. So I wish I could take her up on that offer to stay this weekend. She made me feel most welcome, and this is the house again where this writer Forrest Reid would visit and stay with his aunt and uncle, the Reverend, the Canon or whatever. I don't know, he was some type of like minister at a Presbyterian church here. And yeah, I'm going to phone her and see what she has to say. Okay, I'm now in I'm still in Ballinderry, approaching Lower Ballinderry, or maybe I'm in Lower Ballinderry, I'm not sure, but here I am inside a cemetery, and I was thinking, you know, if it was late and I was looking for a place to camp and I arrived here, like this would do. Like I'd be happy to sleep in something like this, which is like protected from the wind, and it's not the most ideal, but you know, I could quite happily just squat, hide, camp, whatever you want to call it, inside there. Here's like some interesting detail of a grave. Oop. So we're now in Egalee, and here's a sign saying Lough Neagh, and there's like a blue bicycle National Cycle Network sign up ahead, so I'm going to follow that. I'm not sure if that's the way to Oxford Island, but Lough Neagh, like the island's on Lough Neagh, so Lough Neagh seems like the right way to go, the right direction to go. And so far so good. I think I'm like less than 10k away. I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm pretty close. It turned out I was going the wrong way, so I asked someone. He didn't seem all that friendly, but he still gave me directions. The funny thing was he's carrying like 6 bicycle tires, and he said, yeah, you have to go back and turn right, which is what I've done right now. Okay, I found signs to Oxford Island, and I'm like the wrong gear. You should always like find the right gear before you like arrive at the hill. Okay, we're very near now. I think it's like a matter of minutes. Maybe like 1 or 2k, but it's getting a lot nicer than some of the roads I was just on. Okay, this is it. I've arrived at its entrance anyways. Now to find like the attractions. We are at the marina. Now I'm told that I know that there's ponies here, or there used to be ponies here, but not just like, you know, like ponies that you buy for your like 11-year-old daughter. They were like Shetland ponies. And I'm not sure if they still have them here, but I want to find out. In the nature reserve, and this is where I would expect the birds to like come and land on your hand when you have some like seed or nuts. And James was saying that you know, it was wintertime when he was doing this, so the birds are maybe, you know, they want what you have to offer a lot more than when you would offer it like in the spring, because like, you know, they have like lots of bugs they can chase after and eat. So I'm gonna like just park my bike, get the stone out of my shoe, and give it a go. There's plenty of places for me to pitch my tent. I've been walking on some nice trails, but I'm just wondering, where's the access to the loch where you can go for a swim maybe? I don't know if I'm brave enough to take on the cold, but I'll check it out. I just want to get a shot of all the yellow bells. Okay, check this out. It's really nice. They only last for so long. Like, I'm not sure how many like days or weeks it is, but really nice. It's a shame, but I shouldn't be walking through here, but it looks like other people have already. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I can, like, my nose is a bit stuffed up, but I think it's very fragrant. It is, yeah, I can smell it, but not a whole lot because my nose is a bit stuffed up. Oh, the bees seem to like love it too. Okay, so when I arrived, I thought this place isn't really that great, but then I arrived at the marina where it's like really developed. But this here, I think, is super nice with all the bluebells, and I spotted oak trees, which are quite rare. And I love getting gnats in my eyes. I'll have to give my eye a rub. There's like a lot of gnats here. At least they're not midges that bite. And this is the front of a bird hide. It looks like there's mosquitoes that bite too. So I'm gonna bail out of here because there's like a lot of skeeters. So this must be like the loch access. Here's like the visitor center cafe. Okay, hi. Hello. Great, hello. I suppose if I do want to go swimming, here's a spot where I can dive in from, or gently ease in. This looks a little like I don't know, gross. It's got like, it has like a lot of algae and probably like bird poo in here, swan and duck and whatever. Signs saying no swimming. Here's another potential place for me to sleep. It's like a hut, and I don't know what to call that, a causeway or a land bridge, but I'm like out in the loch, and there's like, the floor of this hut makes for a good ceiling, but like look, there's tons of spiders, or spider eggs, and wouldn't that be funny if they all hatch in the middle of the night and devour me while I'm trying to sleep? But this could be nice. Ideally, I don't want to have to like use my tent. Like, you know, using my tent's okay. I like my tent, but I prefer not to. This here's the land bridge causeway I was telling you about. If these are like the things that the birds like to eat, then they won't want to bother with the nuts I have to offer, because there's plenty of like whatever these things are that I think they're gnats. I'm not sure. I don't even know, like gnats or something I know they have in Canada. I don't know if they call them gnats here. Spotted this earlier and thought maybe somewhere down here would be a good place to camp as well. So I'm gonna go check it out. I kind of, you know, I love the bird song, but then I like the quietness of this area too. It's like a meadow. Yeah, I think I like this. It's like we're entering the forest again. More bluebells. This probably like loops around to the spot where to the area I already was cycling, exploring in, but I haven't been down that way. Okay, mixed woodland dominates this section of Oxford Island. This area of land formed part of Oxford Island before the water level of the loch was lowered between 1848 and 1959. The old shoreline can be seen where the steps now exist, indicating the full extent of the lowerings on the surrounding landscape. The water levels of the loch have been lowered by approximately 3 meters in the last 150 years. The drier soils of this area support a good variety of trees. These include oak, horse chestnut, holly, beech, birch, ash, and areas of dense scrub with a mixture of hawthorn, blackthorn, and bramble. Some of the birds you can find here are chaffinch, long-tailed tit, and the blue tit. And then of course there's acorns and berries. So the trees are oak, horse chestnut, holly, beech, and birch. I don't know how to identify all of them, but I'd like to. I'll have to like get a book and check that out. be like a bird hide. And let's have a look to see what kind of birds they have here. Okay, so we have tufted duck, the little grebe, a shoveler, a sedge warbler, a scaup, never heard of that, a gadwall, and a coot, I know that one, a moorhen, a reed bunting, don't know that one, cormorant, and a black-headed gull, the common tern, the mallard. So you have like mallards and godwell. The godwell, like the female, looks just like the mallard. And the crested grebe, that's kind of neat. And in the winter it changes, it loses its bronze or whatever it is, it's ginger. And then the goldeneye, I think they have those in the waterworks. So goldeneye and the tufted duck, I've seen those, and the grebe, and the teal. Okay, so the teal kind of looks like a scaup, but the beak's different. Or like the scaup has white around its beak, whereas the teal doesn't. And the shoveler kind of looks like a mallard, only the mallard has like a stripe. And then the scaup can be confused for a mallard as well. And the sedge warbler and the heron, and then we have the swans as well. Yeah, pretty cool. So these are birds of the loch. The sun's going down. I'll have to maybe find a place to camp in the next hour or two. Not sure how long it takes for the sun to go down. But this sun is amazing. So when I first arrived at the marina, I wasn't impressed. But the nature reserve is pretty cool. Okay, so you want to know how lucky I am? There was a spit or a pier, I'm not sure what it's called, like this thing that, a jetty, I'm not sure, but it was like made out of like earth and rock, and there's like trees growing on it, so it's not a pier, but maybe it's a spit. And they had all these like little fishing bays on it, like these little decks where you could fish from. And at the end there was a couple of benches, and on top of one of the benches, on one of the armrests, there's a can of Heineken. And I thought, flippin' hell, like someone left their empty tin here, and I thought, okay, I'll dispose of it. And when I went to lift it up, there was still some beer in it. See how lucky I am? Now I'm returning to a spot I was at earlier. It's like one of the most furthest ends, the furthest, most western part of the park, or conservation ground. And there's some like clearings in the forest there where I thought I'd like to camp. I really like the bird song, but I'm wondering if it's going to, like, you know, get too much and drive me insane. I think not, because, you know, I like bird song, but I was like considering camping in other areas where it was quieter. But yeah, all good. I think I'm going to camp somewhere in here. There was like trees further back that created like canopies with good cover. This is kind of open and exposed, but there's a bit of me that doesn't really care. But ideally, oh look, there's a hide there. But oh, look at this. These trees have fallen over. But yeah, I think I'm like kind of like off the beaten track here. I'm just gonna walk around for a bit and try to find a spot. Oh look, there's rabbits. They're away, but I did see a couple of rabbits. Okay, I'm gonna start exploring and find a place. Okay, I found a spot right here will do. You've got this little, I don't know what you call it, like a little hut or fort or whatever it is that some kids made, I think. And there's a bit of a canopy here. We're away from all the main trails. When I say we're away from the main trails, we're really not that far away, but I think I'll be okay here. Feels right. And yeah, just right here. I'll set up my tent right here, and have to clear some of the bigger sticks, and I'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, so this is it. I've got my tent set up. I've got my radio, and it's early. It's like 9 p.m., but I'm just happy to lie down and take it easy and listen to some bird song, listen to some music, and I'll probably wake up early and explore a bit more here and then head on. That's me. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm guessing it's about 7:30. I think I've been up since 6. And here's what my camp looks like. I'm not sure what kind of trees these are, but I'll get a close-up of these leaves so I can identify them later. I'm guessing beech. I'm not sure. But this here's my camp. My hubba tent. My ground sheet. I'm using my poncho, my rain poncho. And this here is like a little hut. I'm not sure what it is that I'm guessing some kids made. And it's kind of cool. I thought if the front of my tent would fit in there, I could like stick the front of my tent in there. But it's really not necessary. And this tree creates like a canopy, and it's too bad, you know, if I had a lighter or matches, I could have had like a fire, a small controlled fire, because there's plenty of dry wood here. And it looks like someone else has had a fire here before. I can't even see the walking trails from here, so well, that might be one over there, but I'm not sure. But I'm away from people walking past noticing me, unless they want to like wander into the woods away from the paths. Like I'm pretty hidden here, and it's a great spot. I hope I can find this place again easily enough so that I can come here again, or so that when I come here again I can camp in the same place. I'm debating whether or not I want to go for a swim. I can't make up my mind. I'm feeling a bit of a chill right now, but not a chill, but it's just cool, and I'm wearing shorts, so it's like it's not cold enough that I can't wear shorts. But plenty of nettles, which are a little stingy. But I'm going to go and explore some more, take down my tent and explore some more. Okay, so I'm back at the Discovery Center, Visitor Center, and here's like the pier. Oh look, there's someone's shoes there. Is there someone up there for a swim? I think someone might be up there for a swim. So I'm seeing someone's shoes. And I'm wanting to go for a swim, so I'm just going to suss that out. Look, there's someone in there for a swim. He has like a float. I'm gonna suss this out. couldn't resist. Well, I'll be honest and say it took me long enough before I decided to submerge myself. And there was actually a group. There was like a couple of people who were in for a swim, and they belong to like a group that meets here weekly, and they swim like all winter. So Chris Judge was like I think the guy that runs the Facebook page, and he says a good swim is the birdhouse to the buoy. There's a buoy down on the other side, so I'm going to try that out. But I won't be able to do it with a camera in my hand, so I'll have to switch off and set this down. Okay, I'll be honest, and on my way here I was feeling a bit low. I'm like happy to be here and all, but I was feeling a bit down. But being in the water makes me really, really happy. Like, I don't know, I just felt like this is great. I love this. I've been missing this for like a month, it seems. And I like it so much that I'm going to have to go back in. I'm going to swim up to the lighthouse, or not the lighthouse, the birdhouse over there. So when I first went in, it was like really cold around like the back of my head and my neck and my shoulders. And after like 30 seconds, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get out. But then I stuck with it, and it was fine. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make more trips down here so I can do this more often. Okay, I'll admit it is a little bit freezing, but now that I'm on my bike and I can start pedaling, I'm sure I'll warm up. Now off to Ballinderry, and I hope I can see like Niall and I don't know, just say hello. That's something to look forward to. Not just Niall, but Carrie and his kids. Okay, leaving Oxford Island and heading towards Ballinderry. Okay, so in behind me there was like a police checkpoint. I'm not sure what's going on. They just waved me to go on past, but it looks like they're stopping vehicles, and I don't think it's for like red diesel. I think they're just sussing out where they're going. This wasn't part of the way that I arrived at Oxford Island, but I just spoke to a woman who says that this will get me to where I'm like heading, which is like Agagallon on the way to Ballinderry, and I'm following like what looks like a towpath. There's like a river that's kind of stagnant beside me. You can't even see it, it's so overgrown. But this here's what the trail looks like, and I quite like it. Lots of fuzzy things. Oh look, there we go. There's a temple howling. River's not flowing. Okay. Oh, hello. not sure how it happened, but I'm on the highway with big trucks. I don't particularly like it, but it's only for a few K or a mile. I'm not sure. What do they use here? Is it K or a mile? I can't remember. Hey, I think I know where I am. There's like southwest Belfast, and this looks like part of the route I might take when I go up to the Black Mountain, and I end up coming over the other side of the Black Mountain. Oh look, there's all these nets up there. You can see them from Belfast, and a lot of people wonder what they are. And me and a friend thought that maybe it was to confine rubbish, like plastic bags and stuff, from flying away. And then we also thought that it might be like they're growing berries or fruit or something that the birds like to eat, so it's to keep the birds out. Not sure. But this here is like the best part of the trip. It's like a long descent into Belfast from here. With a few gradual climbs and then followed by more descents. This here is the downhill I was talking about. I just remembered I have like a faulty brake. I better take it easy. So I'm in Colin Glen Park right now, and I've always wanted to explore more of Colin Glen Park, and here I am. And I'm just following Lake Ifoswater, which way I would go, and that's down. Alright, whoops. Hello. Okay. So I'm following the, if I was water, I would be flowing in this direction. This is the sad reality of Belfast. You could be like in a beautiful place like this, but there's always these reminders of where someone was like killed or where someone took their life. And here, like, you know, we have this little, I guess, memorial or for his son and brother. Oops. But yeah, you see that a lot in parks or places like this. Belfast. I'm on Springfield Road, and all I can smell is weed. Welcome to West Belfast. And my bike's actually heavier than before I started, because I stopped off at a grocery store, supermarket, and I bought like some groceries to keep me going. Mostly healthy stuff. I made the mistake of, like, you know, doing some shopping when you're hungry, where you buy stuff that you don't really want or need. But yeah, I'm like less than 10 minutes away from home. Okay, I thought I'd get a shot of these gates. This is Lanark Gate, which separates like nationalist Catholic West with or Falls with the Protestant loyalist Shankill. But it's funny that I use those terms because there's like a lot of people that aren't either of those living on each side. So there I've crossed from like what's considered the Catholic side to the Protestant side. But again, like, you know, that doesn't apply to like a lot of people who are like neither, who are like living in these parts. Okay, and this here is like what they call a peace wall. It's like a big wall that separates, again, the Shankill from the Falls. It took me long enough, but I'm finally home here in my messy home sweet home.